Hello, welcome back to the studio. I've been doing a lot of big videos that take forever to make, so today I want to try something a little different and just take y'all on a little adventure. The studio's become a complete mess. I finished the cinema lens video and then left town. I had a busy weekend, but the studio cleanup is gonna have to wait because it's not quite over yet. Drill bits and some driver bits. So what we're doing is demolishing a house and towing a boat. Just an average Wednesday, you know? That will do. I think my crowbar is in the car. My car currently has no passenger seat, which is helpful for missions like this, because I get way more storage space for everything. I need as much space as I can get here because I'm trying to salvage as much scrap wood from an old house as I can. Don't need this gas tank, don't need my fishing poles. I think that ought to do it. Let's hit the road. So here's the situation, basically. Up in my hometown, my buddy's grandpa bought this little property on the lake, mostly for water access, a place to put the pontoon, a place to go fishing, classic Midwest stuff. But on that property, there is a small, run-down little house. Not a livable place. It's built very close to the water line, so whenever the water level raises, the thing floods, all the walls are warped. Most of the time, barely has running water. It almost burned down to an electrical issue 2 years ago. But in our late teens and early 20s, college years, that place was our hangout spot. There's a lot of good memories there with me and my friends. There was summers in my college years where I probably spent more time in that run-down little cabin than I did at my own house. But I have just gotten word that some real estate developers have given my buddy's family an offer that they could not turn down, and in a matter of days, our beloved little cabin will be reduced to a pile of rubble. And so to try to preserve the memory of this house, I am going to try to steal as much wood as I can from the place before the new owners of the property completely tear it down. Also, I own a boat that's parked there. So we're gonna try to fill up the back of the truck with as much scrap wood as I can and have the boat in tow behind. That is the plan, if my car can handle it. We're in the 4Runner that got pulled out of a ditch and sat in a field for 3 years. I've not tried to tow anything with this yet, so we'll see. Okay, the house is still here, and my boat is still here. Let's see what's going on. It's just hard to picture that this thing is going to be gone in a week. Oh, my Connect 4 game is still there. I guess electric is still on because the fan is running. You got the beautiful lead paint walls, all the warping from the water damage. It's pretty bad. Mysterious mold stain. Here's the patio that got added at some point. It's like really not that bad, but I understand the economical reasons for why it has to be torn down. So I'm just gonna grab some tools and see what I can salvage out of this place, I guess. I think my plan is to grab the doors, at least. They're nice hardwood doors, and maybe some of the wood paneling. I mean, obviously, like, floor joists and stuff would be nice, but I can't really get to that. I mean, maybe I could, but somebody's still coming in here to get this furniture out. I'm kind of bad at processing this kind of stuff. I know I'm talking about it like it's my dog that died or something, but this place does mean a lot to me and all my friends. It kind of felt like our one place of freedom, a place that nobody else really cared about, so we felt some ownership to it. Oh good, the wood is so rotten I can just pull the screws out. There goes the door. I don't know how to describe it in a way that will make anybody else care. But I mean, I remember showing my friends some of the first YouTube videos I made right there on the floor in the dead of winter, all huddled up in blankets, trying to scavenge as many space heaters as we could find. We celebrated my first 1,000 subscribers here in this house, and then 10,000, and now the other day 40,000. We grew up in this small town with not much to do for college-age kids. We've got 3 crappy bars, a bowling alley that closed, and an arcade that burned down. So this house was our spot. This was where we could come to just hang out. It sounds melodramatic, but if you grew up rural Midwest, you know the feeling. You know, if this were a different time, I would have loved to pool together some money and buy this place, fix it up ourselves. But lakefront property is worth a lot more to some real estate mogul than we could ever cough up, especially now. What are the chances I can just pull it off by hand? There we go. Oh, well, this one's being more friendly to me. Why couldn't the other one have gone this easy? I was gonna try to get some of this wood paneling, but looking at it more closely, I think it's one giant sheet. Okay, got some trim. I'm just trying to like preserve the parts that are most memorable. There's sort of a running gag that I'm just gonna disassemble this whole house and then reassemble it on a different plot of land. Unironically, I would love to do that, but we just don't have time. This is like bittersweet, but it is fun. That's some wood paneling right there. Oh, there we go. Okay, honestly, besides the front door, that's all I was planning to take. That was way faster than I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna take me like all day to get that trim off, but it's so rotten that the nails just come right out. I'm stealing the door. Can I just tear this one out too? Got the front door. I should have done this first. It's much cooler in there now. There's a tip for you. If your house doesn't have AC, just remove the front door. And there goes the screen door. The only door I will not be saving is this bathroom door. I hate this door. It's always stuck, and it's also about 6 inches shorter than me. I cannot tell you how many times I've hit my head on this thing. I could hit my shoulder on that. Old houses are not built for people like me. All right, let's see how much I can load up in here. I'm really hoping the doors actually fit in here. Oh yeah, would not have been able to do it if I didn't have the passenger seat out. There you go. Now, is the wood paneling gonna fit, or am I gonna have to break it apart? Yeah, I guess it makes sense that they sell these in 4-foot wide increments. Oh, there's another door back here. Oh, I dropped the doorknob. Somebody commented on one of my videos the other day, I don't care what you're doing, I just want to watch Evan Monsma do something. And I'm really testing that today. Do you enjoy watching me steal a bunch of doors from a near condemned house? I kind of want to get more of that wood slab. I might just take this entire wall. Oh, we have a thermostat on this side. Can I just rip this out of the wall? Am I gonna electrocute myself? Oh, well, I just did it. I was gonna say place your bets, but the power is still on in this place. I have no idea why. We didn't even have power half the time we were hanging out here, man. Oh, I should have brought a respirator. There we go. Oh, this one's crazy water damaged. Look at that gap, dude. That is crazy. All right, that is that. On the wood paneling, we stole an entire wall. Then it's just the cabinets and then the boat. Anything else I want from this house? Oh, I'm gonna miss this place, man. But we'll build another one day. All right, it's boat time. This is my sailboat. Without a sail or a mast. We had it upside down so it didn't take on water. I don't know if I can flip this thing by myself. This is wood, so it's pretty friggin' heavy. Yeah, I got some work to do on this thing. Perfect. I think it's gonna be easier to flip this thing by myself if I have it on flat ground first. I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, hopefully I didn't break my boat there. That seems pretty sturdy. It needs work anyway. But I want to turn this thing into like a fishing vessel. Put a little deck up here with a windshield, steering wheel, a little 510 horsepower motor. Maybe it's dumb to make a fishing boat out of a heavy wooden sailboat, but it's what I got. And you know I love wood. Okay. We'll just ratchet strap the old girl down and hope for the best. That seems fine. See how the Forerunner does. Like it's nothing, man. I towed that boat with the Tucson once, and I could definitely tell it was back there, but the Forerunner does not care. Good job, buddy. Okay, this is probably the last time I'm stepping into this house right now. One of those things where you just don't know how to feel, you know? This house going down kind of feels like the nail in the coffin for childhood almost, high school. I'm glad we had a place like this to call our little safe haven, our little home. But, you know, nothing lasts forever. It was in such bad state, it was going to be condemned anyway, regardless of whether it got bought up by property flippers or not. But we love this place, man. It is sad to see it go. I don't want to be a bummer, though, and I know the audience has no sentimental attachment to this place, but it was our little slice of freedom as kids. It feels weird. It's not going to be here anymore. What I will say is this place going away has kind of lit a fire under my ass to really get my own stuff going. You know, I feel like I'm doing well, but can always do more, and this gives me drive towards really working towards owning something like this myself one day. As unattainable as owning a house is for a 24-year-old at this moment in time, it's something to work towards. It's a motivator, and seeing our little lake cabin get ripped to shreds is a real swift kick towards doing that. I don't want to leave. Why do I have to get so attached to houses and cars and things? They always go away. Yeah, this sucks. As I set out for my 2-hour drive back to Indianapolis, I came to the realization that I now have a truckload of 16 feet of wood paneling, 6 doors, 2 cabinets, and a boat that I don't really know what I'm going to do with. It's partially just my usual policy of never turn down good scrap wood, but I don't need 6 doors. I think it's more about preserving the memory of that place, feeling some little bit of control in a place that represented freedom for us for so long. Once I made it back to Indianapolis, I decided I wanted to do a quick project repurposing some of this stuff. The doors and the wood paneling I'll save for a project another day, but the cabinets I have a few ideas for. I need like a battery charging station for all my camera batteries and power tool batteries. They're kind of just a mess on the desk right now. And my buddy Nathaniel, who's probably one of the people I spent the most time with at that cabin, has been asking me to make him a little table for his CRT TV. And I think I can whip those two things up pretty quickly because these cabinets are already sturdy structures on their own. I'm going to use this one that the backing fell off of for my thing. Save the nicer one for Nathaniel. Once I got the big old nails out that held this thing to the wall, I just had to reattach the backing. Without it, the whole structure is super wobbly and not very useful. I'll obviously need a surge protector to plug all my battery chargers into. I decided to just drill a couple holes for cable management. It's not going to be the prettiest thing in the world, but it's a starting place where before everything was just jumbled up on my desk. I just have too many different battery platforms. I don't even know where all these came from. Random camcorders and 3 different brands of power tools. On the top shelf, I threw all my extra batteries and a box of step-up rings. I don't exactly have a place for this shelf to go, but it's a step in the right direction. For the second cabinet, Nathaniel's CRT stand is going to be mostly the same process. Knock out all the original mounting nails, reinforce the structure a little bit. I'm guessing the contents of this cabinet are probably going to be overflow from his VHS collection, which luckily fit perfect already. I drilled some cable management holes as well in case he wants to throw a VCR in there. For a big old CRT TV to sit on top of this thing, it's going to need some kind of platform. I chose to use a piece of plywood that came off a movie set that me and my friends filmed a couple years ago. So this little cabinet has a piece of sentimental history from 2 different places. I chose to cut 45-degree notches off the edges of this thing. I believe it's going to be sitting in the corner of Nathaniel's room, and this will help it slot back there a little further. I went for a bit of a bold move with the wood stain on top. I'm using up the rest of this reddish purple stuff I did my standing desk with. Not really a very complementary color to the orange stain of the rest of the cabinet. But Nathaniel's even crazier than me when it comes to untraditional color pairings, so I'm going out on a limb that he's gonna like this. With that, the last thing I'm gonna add is some simple 2x4 risers to make sure the doors can actually open when it's set on the ground. And with that, this super quick and dirty build is ready to be delivered.
I got Blair Witch 2, Python, which is some early 2000s CGI snake movie.
So it's like the crocodile.
Yeah, dude, I love movies like this so much. And then I got Piranha 2: The Spawning, which guess who directed this? James Cameron.
What the hell?
Yeah, Piranha 2: The Spawning.
I put little feet on it so you can open those.
VHS. Still smells like the cabin.
Yeah, it's blood red.
I like that.
Also, this is a piece of wood from the Finding Your Friend in Space set.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is from the...
Dude.
And I cut holes in the back so you can run cables out if you want to do VCR.
Yeah, because the VCR is just kind of like seated out. Oh, hell yeah. Piece of lake house history. Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, you know what? Check this out. Maybe.
GameCube.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. I'd call that a success. Free wood from a house that we loved and an hour of tinkering. I'm happy to have been able to preserve some aspect of that cabin. You know, at the end of the day, it's the memories that count there, not the materials. But in today's fast-paced world, at least for me, I find it far too easy to forget the good times. And having some mementos, whether it's videos, photos, maybe some scrap wood, or if you're crazy like me, 6 doors and a boat, it keeps you connected with those memories. Maybe I'm being too materialist, but rather than storing all my memories away on some iCloud server somewhere that I'll never look at, I'd rather build things for my friends out of scrap wood and cabinets from the cabin those memories were made in. Thank you for your time.